I do need to have a melee option. Oh, we can drop our poise, by the way. Because Wormbane covers that. No swamp for free +1. Yeah, I know, right? Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool? I'm kind of hoping. That's part of why I'm doing dungeon. Just for style points, because in D15 sometimes there's like a little graveyard with a whole bunch of dragon zombies. And wouldn't you know, zombies count to upgrade Wormbane. I'm not going to hang out next to a Catoblepus. They have so many hit points, man. It's crazy. Should have been using this the whole time. A lot of zombies on this floor, none of them dragons, unfortunately. Would Wormbane by itself ever bait me into Crypt? Yes, it's, I am sure that it's done that before. I really like to upgrade it. It's hard to turn down. I used to do Crypt every time because I felt like I needed it, but as I got better at the game, it became more of a thing that I do only if the run kind of needs the help, you know. He just drank a haste potion. You asshole. That was my haste potion. You have stolen my goods, sir. That's right. We should protest. Is this guy RF plus? I don't think so. No. Yeah, but dragons are not called worms in DCSS. In fact, the only time that they're called worms with a Y is in this exact weapon. Coincidence? I think not. I think this weapon is just a big conspiracy to rob me of my extra damage versus worms. Worms with an O. Let's not tab into this crap, huh? Let's condenser vein. Just kidding, we can't. Let's do this. Let's fucking watch Tremor Stones do nothing. Alright, let's try this then. Guess I should have Tremor Stoned in this hallway. Now we're in an annoying spot. Sure wish we had Bolt of Fire. And by Bolt of Fire, I mean that goofy thing called Starburst. Since Bolt of Fire doesn't exist anymore. I'd really like to, I wish we had Salamander Hide. Hey, that would make this situation better. I have to admit. But we have the poor man's Bolt of Fire, which is Searing Ray. We just kind of have to worry about taking a bunch of damage. Thankfully, the ugly thing is breaking up these two guys. Okay, I'm gonna try this. It may not work. It worked. Cool. He just goes in. God damn it. Oh, let's see. Damage check. 17 plus 18 hits twice. We're okay. Especially since we are fast enough to avoid getting hit twice. Imagine spending MP to create a fire cloud. It's pretty lame, huh? That's MR plus, we don't need it. Brought to you by Salamander Gang. Imagine not being able to kill a Hydra with 2 fireballs because you're not wearing your salamander armor. I wonder. Yeah! That knight made the supreme mistake of standing around and yelling at me. Instead of coming at me, bro. Just reflected the petrify. See, Warlock's Mirror is one of those things where it's just like, it's just cute to have, you know, but it's not really, you know, it does things that you otherwise wouldn't be able to do, and that feels real good, but then you notice that it's almost never happening. Ah, he was redeeming rage, I see. Actually, I'm just going to Condenser Vein. No need to waste permanent resources. Now there is, because I got the slow cloud. It's a source of R mute. Wait, what was I talking about? Oh, the Warlock's Mirror. You know, I guess that's true. It is kind of like a really janky R mute. I don't know if that redeems it, but it certainly is a point in its favor. I feel like I'd rather be blocking big damage. Yeah, usually it just kind of reflects stuff in situations where you were winning anyway. Like when we reflected the Petrify just now. I do have to admit, you could probably get me to use it over a medium shield in a situation where the game has simply refused to give me enough MR to be immune to the big problems, you know, in the game. But outside of that, I'm almost always going to take a medium shield. The reason we're using it right now is mainly because I don't have the wherewithal really to train 15 shields right now. And I don't have like a million enchant armors to get those up to speed. So my SH really wouldn't be that much higher. Okay. That's a lot. Yep, no Drogons. No Dorgons. It's a good bit of damage here. Let's watch as they don't follow us. What the hell? I was gonna say get them into a hallway. There we go, that's what I wanted to happen. Whoops. What do we train? What do we train? I want to finish this fight and then think about it. Okay, I guess I would like more spell power on Fireball. It's kind of proving to be a little mildly annoying to not be able to kill things quickly. Having mana would also help with that. We probably just train some conjurations. Why is Envo trainable? You can actually train whatever you want now at any time, which is a little bit goofy, but I guess it's okay. Seems less interesting than the old version. Yeah, I think we Wait, what happened here? Hold up. Is servitor? There is no servitor. I don't know. Did I get it? No, there's no servitor. For some reason I thought I had it. Anyway, for the long term, for the rest of this game, we still don't really have an end game play except for go for Book of Summonings, basically. And get Shadow Creatures, get Summon Forest, maybe Hydra even, Mana Viper. Eventually go for Dragon's Call. That's our end game, I suppose, if need be. But I would really prefer to get like Firestorm and Ignition. Getting the new Bolt of Fire would be pretty ideal right now, I have to say. What I don't want to do is I don't want to end up in a situation where I'm like post-lair not sure what to do or in kind of an awkward spot. But, I mean, Fireball plus Mystic, or whatever it's called, Battlesphere, plus Searing Ray pretty much resolves this situation for me. Yes, we will be summoning shops if need be. We do have an awful lot of gold, so we could also kind of sort of become like a shitty melee guy. So the character is, it's on the right path. It just can't, it probably doesn't want to proceed this way for long without an eye for the future, basically. Okay, so 3 places we can go. Well, several places we could go. We could go into Slime and Depths, but we're not going to. Shoals, Snake, or comedy option Elf. Elf would be kind of cute here because we could like fireball most things to kill them, but our HP just isn't high enough. We have no source of Aralek except for the Staff of Air. Staff of Air would have been a reasonable, you know, if we had trained Aralek, that would have been a cool thing to have Aralek all the time, but we just don't have it. I tell you, that makes me want to go into Shoals before Snake Pit. Strangely enough, even with my low HP. Wonder if Warlock's Mirror can stop javelins these days. Anyway, we also have all the MR in the world. Hey, Naughty Badger, what's up, man? We also have all the MR in the world, so we don't have to worry about Mesmerize. Lorraine, thank you for the follow, man. I'll tell you one thing, I don't want to have Ring of Fire on right now. You know, actually, yes I do. I want to have Ring of Fire on and Pro Cold, so we still have Pro Cold. There's no Invis in Shoals, I don't think, except for Ilsui. Yeah, Shoals and Fireball. Fireball is quite good in Shoals. Can't block penetration missiles, even with Warlock's Mirror. The little Warlock shield continues to disappoint. I guess I better drop some crap. I guess I'll get rid of Boomerang of Dispersal. It's a Staff of Cold. Hell no. Snake Pit. Nope. Hopefully we find Aralek. And if we don't, I think the point where we start buying shops is going to be after Shoals, if we find no Aralek. I would love to have like a ring or something that provides me with Aralek to make Snake a little bit safer. Okay, auto-exploring while flying, pretty spooky. Because I'm now stuck in the water. How's food going? I have plenty of food. Okay, so we fogged here. We're going to bring him to us. I'm very lucky he didn't hit me both of those times. Fog is actually kind of double duty useful here because I get to do this. Okay, we're just gonna... Did that asshole just... Motherfucker, he actually killed my battle sphere. Oh, man. He could just wreck me. I do have 2 scrolls of blinking, though, so we're okay. We just need Fireball to kill him, basically. Okay, Mr. Doesn't He? I believe for the first time ever, excuse me everyone, please pay attention. This is a monumental, historic event. Doesn't He was actually wrong about something. He, I really think this might be the first time he's told me something on stream that was not correct. Watch what's happened here. Throws a silver javelin. Yeah, God is dead, you guys. Hell has frozen over. Was my null stronger here? Probably. Well, that's pretty cool. Alright, I have a revised opinion about the relative usefulness of Warlock's Mirror. You should wear it in shoals, if you have it, over a large shield due to the whack-ass penetration changes. Must be a bug. Yeah. Right. That's super good in shoals. In order to make that shield worth wearing, they had to change a core component of the game, which is how javelins work. Yeah, why'd you lie to me, bro? Why'd you do that? How dare you? Of course, you still are going to block way less fawn slingshots, but that's whatever in the face of javelineers, you know? Oh, I see what's up. Ah, I see. No, it's a conspiracy. I like conspiracies. It's the man doesn't he hustle. I really feel like I'm doing way less damage than I should be doing. And I have a spell enhancer still. Not 2, but I have 1. I'm fairly confused because, like, you would think, okay, 18 int, 15 conjurations, 12 fire, and an enhancer. You would think I would be, like, one-shotting sea snakes, for example. Salamander hide would be causing steam 24/7. I know, but like when javelins hit me, I need them not to do like all my HP, you know? It's 18 int is pretty shit for fireball mans. That's true. I would have 20 int if I hadn't dumped into strength. Perhaps I made a mistake. Whatever, we're gonna focus on getting that spell power up. We're still killing things like reasonably fast, just perhaps not as fast as I would like. Like these goddamn snapping turtles, they're kings. I guess they have 4 pieces of AC. Feels like the steam does nothing to them because of that. But I should be using Battle Sphere more. Surely I can kill the fawns quickly. Great question, Anani Badger. It does, though, according to this game. I need to slow cook them. Delicious. Now I'm hungry. Dude, Fireball's so good versus these assholes when they're in the water. Just block that line of sight. You cannot put me to sleep. Turtles will walk into sea flame. Oh, I should just do that then. Yeah, you're right. They're animal intelligence. Giant turtles are really tasty. Aren't some of them, like Like endangered. They're so tasty they became endangered. Ironically, we can tab these guys with our Wormbane. You wouldn't think this character would be tabbing anything, but they literally are so tasty they became endangered. That's no good. That's it. I'm gonna start a turtle shelter. I finally found my purpose in life is to protect the turtles. Will you guys donate if I start a turtle shelter? Not a turtle restaurant. We're not eating the turtles. We're helping them to, you know, breed their way out of endangered status. A fun dinner tomorrow, huh? Freshly made pierogi. See, now Versailles trying to make me jealous because he's punishing me for not doing his request in a month by making me want the pierogies at his dinner. Do you know what kind they're making? So there are so many kinds of pierogies. My mom actually made ones with sauerkraut in them for Christmas. Usually we fill them mostly with like potatoes and bacon and stuff, and cottage cheese. But the sauerkraut ones are apparently more traditional. Cheddar, potato, regular. Ah, there you go. Pierogies are the best food. Yes, I read an article the other day that claims that Slavic people are quote-unquote people of color, which came as some surprise. I was not aware that I was a person of color, but apparently I am, and as a result, I think. Wait a minute. I'm on Twitch. Never mind. I'm on Twitch, and I don't want my account to be banned. Yeah, the devs banned me because they didn't like. Yeah, maybe. That's possible. Wait, who's burning down the turtle shelter? Don't do that. Be nice to those turtles. Okay, let's identify. When is this man going to get more than 5 Evo? Trust me, I ordinarily would've, but I'm so hungry for spell power right now that I'm kind of breaking one of my cardinal rules. I agree that by now I would have had 10 on most characters. Hey, there you go, Rogue Shenanigans. We got a name now. We got the perfect name. The Turtle Shelter. I guess I could drop Sling of Flaming. I don't want to, but I really need inventory space. Oh, hey, wait a minute, baby. Cloak? No, it's just a +1 cloak. I'll probably keep Repulsion. Only source of R missile in the game. Hard to say no. For an unbranded cloak on this character, I think. Especially given the branch that I'm in. Turt Lesh Elter. Yeah, make it sound classy. How does this timer work? Really goofily. If it hits 0, you die. There's no food anymore. It has 6,000 turns on it to begin with. You get another 6,000 for each floor you go into, and it's different per branch. Shoals scares you more than any other branch, despite you completing it the most times. So Shoals is actually quite scary, potentially. Hello, Mr. Ghost. What do you got? What you got there? Weapon of Freezing, I don't care. Mephitic Cloud, I don't care. This doesn't look too bad. The Freezing Cloud is the most dangerous thing, and we have RC. Yeah, it doesn't display without an RC file change, so you just kind of get surprised when you're 500 turns away from death when it's like, warning, warning. there's a Zot timer, and we didn't bother to tell you about it. Surprise! Pretty bad design. Okay, so we opened up that vault. This server is starting to lag, so I might take a little break, which I was meaning to do anyway. But basically, we opened that vault up so that we could fight this stuff piecemeal and not all at the same time. There we go. Can I get a fireball here? Yeah, I can. Dude, look at that lag. I don't remember if fireball goes through this, but it doesn't matter because I, surprise, do not have mana, so we just used our wand to finish him. Let's use Searing Ray, and I'll use a little bit more wand action. Let's actually take a step down. Now, normally I wouldn't want him in water because he's kind of hasted in there. However, I can do this. Oh, wait. Never mind. Wand of Flame. That'll make steam clouds. I don't know why I thought Ice Blast was going to make frozen clouds like Bolt of Ice used to. It's like, had a total brain fart there, I guess. That's okay, though. We take him out with wands. I guess there's no way to make frost clouds on water anymore, now that there's no... Bolt of Cold. That's kind of sad. Staff of Death. Don't turn your troll into a necromancer with his low int. Just keep punching things. Don't fall into the trap, sir. If you have to fall into the trap of casting on a troll, just go get stat form. Okay, let's meme a bit. Total safety there. Enchant Weapon, I don't care about that anymore. I do care about Mute. I do care about Acid Wand. Yeah, I'll swap to Gozag real fast. Good idea. Okay, I swapped. Nothing to enchant except this hat. I'm being a bit stingy by not doing that, but it's really just 1 point of AC, so eh. On the other hand, what else am I really going to have to enchant? Maybe a large shield once we're done with this branch. Medium shield, whatever. So yeah, it is good that I save. It is good if I save it. They'll still dodge the Conjure Flame. Unfortunately, you have to do it in a hallway to get them to walk in. They're not stupid enough to walk into it for no reason at all, you know. Shoals doesn't offer too much in the way of, wow, they just netted the Harpy. Let me see if I can kill that Harpy real fast so I can get that net. Let's go up. almost done with Shoals. This is Shoals 3. One more floor. It's kind of slow going, but I would say that even though we're playing like a quote-unquote fragile caster, the reality is that I think Fireball makes this place shockingly reliable, which is something I didn't learn for a very long time. Even during my streak, actually, I would still try to do things like turn Deep Elves into like melee guys with Staff Worm or some stupid shit when Fireball was available, just out of like habit. And then I played with Fireball and Shoals, and it turns out it's just really good. Merfolk drinks a potion. I was like, there's no invis here. What is that? Ah! Fireball is as good as BVC according to this one guy. So I've heard. I don't believe, but I have heard the same thing from people who don't know what they're talking about. Alright, let's steam bake this guy. Well, Fireball is quite good. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that the spell is bad, but just to compare it to BVC is ridiculous. The last bolt spell in the game. Well, it was made by a dev who it's like his little baby, you know, like the spell equivalent of a Mary Sue, I guess. Actually, that's kind of a bad, I guess it's not really the word I'm looking for, but the point is that because he treasures it so much, it can never be nerfed sufficiently, because his ego is invested in it. So it's the one thing that it's allowed to be a bolt, I guess, like he said. Make it trigger Battle Sphere. Ah, good point. The Bolt of Hands, the ultimate in offensive magic technology. Yeah, exactly, Rogue Shenanigans. You're allowed to have broken spells as long as it's created by the dev that can do no wrong, you know? I think that's probably the number one thing you've got to look out for in these FOSS, you know, free and open source projects, is if there's a dude in your development community whose cult of personality has sort of grown enough that they can't be told that they messed something up, and they start banning people who dare to tell them that they messed something up, or otherwise treating them like shit, that seems to be like a red alert, oh my god, we have to do something about this right now type situation, because it just gets out of control so fast. I've seen this happen in so many projects, man. And it's like when someone starts behaving like that, it feels like if you don't deal with it immediately and ensure that they can't get away with that crap or even kick them out of the community, they will become sort of this unstoppable diva who will proceed to reshape the community in the image of their cult of personality. And I'm sure any of you who have played roguelikes for a long enough time are aware of this phenomenon. All communities are on an entropy timer. Yeah, and that's a little depressing of a thought, you know, because the thing is that a lot of people like to think, oh, well, the free market will solve this. Someone will fork the game and we'll have a revived community. But that's not really what ends up happening. What ends up happening is the community just rots. Nobody wants to contribute to forks because, you know, they want the glory or whatever of, oh, I'm working on this project that the most number of people are playing or are interested in. And it becomes this sort of fart-huffing competition. There, we finally killed the Kraken. It becomes this sort of fart-huffing competition where everybody's just like up their own ass trying to get as much clout as possible, which is absurd when you're talking about, you know, roguelikes, because, like, who cares, you know? It's like the least popular genre in the universe, but It's just shocking to me what people will develop a big ego about, you know? Even this one? Well, I mean, by definition, if you're talking about this Twitch chat, I mean, my body is subject to entropy, so as soon as that breaks down, I will no longer be able to stream, and I suppose there will be no more Twitch chats after that. B-Crawl has literally multiple players, yeah. No, I have nothing but good things to say about B-Crawl and about your stewardship of that fork. I'm not trying to blackpill you or demoralize you about it or whatever. I think that there is a reason why, you know, the mainline devs can abuse the shit out of their community and abuse the shit out of any contributor and still get people lining up for abuse, basically, and saying, yeah, I want to contribute. You know, even though it's pretty much common knowledge now that they treat the average contributor, you know, worse than some gum on their shoe, you know. You wouldn't treat people like that as far as I know, but they still line up for the abuse instead from people who don't respect them. And that is the ultimate thing that really for me is a little bit of a downer to think about, that the lack of spine, I guess, in your average person. They will like bow and scrape, you know, to get like a little bit of clout in a community that doesn't even matter. You know, it's like, where's the self-respect? Where's the balls? Exactly, Road Shenanigans. They have this obsession with like what is official. I mean, I'm sitting here playing mainline right now, but I wouldn't be doing it if I wasn't, you know, doing a favor for my friend, you know, for the tournament. I'd be playing a fork or a different game. It's literally all you do in life, though. Well, and that's the thing, is it is hard to escape, and I must be a different kind of person, I guess. I don't want to pretend like I'm some kind of special snowflake, but I think I was just born with less patience for this shit because I just can't take it. Like, I have structured my life as much as possible in a way to where I can avoid dealing with exactly what we're talking about here. And it's hard for me to understand how anybody can like look themselves in the mirror, you know, with the amount of just like sheer bullshit, you know, that you have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. I'm a very special snowflake. Thanks, bro. PMC? What's PMC? Wait a minute, can I get... I just remembered, I think maybe I can... Can I get a level? Nope. Drakes don't count. Not enough, I guess not enough HD for me to level up my Wormbane. PMC is like managers of all kinds. It's kind of a lefty buzzword. What, like HR? I'm reflecting javelins, I know. That's why I was less concerned than I normally would be about this guy throwing crap at me. Because we hadn't actually taken any damage, weirdly enough. I think even though I can't see him, I can still fireball for damage. I should be careful, I'm on Shoals 4 after all. Latent Volt. What is going on? Are you resistant to fire for some reason? What the hell? Man, forget this. I'm just going to get my mana back. Whoops. Yeah, I think we just need a higher level spell, or a tremendous amount more intelligence if we want to do the kind of damage that I'd like to be doing. I maybe have myself confused with a deep elf. Yeah, we have 12 polearms. I don't see how this character would really be able to stick it out not training some kind of weapon, because with Gozag there's no super duper reliable way to to get your mana back. I mean, you can potion petition, but yes, I am wearing the fire ring, believe it or not. It's just not really doing what I want it to do. Okay, Conjurations goes to 19. I think this is the end vault. It had a Frost Giant in there, so... Jesus Christ. It's a lot of dudes. I'm gonna walk over here anyway. Perhaps a Madman play. We are going to MO. We are going to Condenser Vein today. And watch the big booms happen. Let's Fireball to get this party started. Nice. Man, Warlock's Mirror doing work. We finally found it, boys. We found the one situation outside of, you know, just not having MR. We found the one situation where it's worth it to use Warlock's Mirror, which is, it's real good in shoals. Honestly, I'm shocked that Doesn't He wasn't right about that. I was almost positive it worked the way that he said. I wonder if maybe it's an oversight, to be honest. Like we joked about it being a bug, but I have a suspicion that Evering wouldn't like the fact that there's an exception to his horse shit penetration javelins. Oh, that was purposefully changed? Huh, well, I stand corrected, I guess. Very interesting. Well, that is an RF plus ring with +6 int on it. Pretty legit. Pretty legit. I'll run around with no RC, I guess. It's not like it's RC minus. Alright, that was a pretty good shoals. A bit slow, but not too bad. Any ice scales around? No. There's some Steam Dragon scales. I'm very happy with my Swamp Dragon scales, though. Although they become less necessary now that I have Wormbane, you know, I don't need the Arpoise. We could indeed swap right back to the Flame... the Flame armor at some point. I'm really just wearing the Swamp Dragon scales for the relatively low encumbrance and the very high AC compared to what I'd normally have. Hard to turn down an armor with +7 on it, to be honest with you. And a base AC that is reasonably middling at +7. However, we have no Aralek. Just find more enchant scrolls. We do have 4. Exactly, Rogue Shenanigans. A lot of people think that GDR doesn't matter, and they're just wrong. Because the Salamander thing is, if I'm not mistaken, I assume that has no GDR at all. Or at best, the GDR of a leather armor. Guaranteed fire cloud proliferation. Oh, it's leather? Okay. It's quite bad. It's like as low as possible without being 0. Do I have digging? Oh, man. See, this character's going to have a rough time against these gentlemen here. Please unconstrict me. Against the... There's 2 things in here I'm going to have a slight problem with. It's going to be a slight problem versus the electric guys, but as long as I don't get double zapped, and double move, double zapped, I'll be okay. Pretty rare situation, and very unlikely considering I move kind of fast. However, the big issue, which is not a small problem, is Guardian Serpents. Because my, you know, while my AC and EV are not as bad as they should be, as a poor little Tengu, they're still not good enough to survive being surrounded and constricted to death by like 7 snakes. Did I learn Starburst? No. It's not available. I was talking about how I wish I had it available, but it's not. If we search for fire, the only thing we have available is Book of the Dragon. Now, because the devs are assholes, they decided to change Book of the Dragon to contain that dumbass Foxfire spell instead of Bolt of Fire like it used to. If they had wanted to be cool, they could have just replaced Bolt of Fire with Starburst in this book, but they had to make it a level 1 spell for some reason that nobody wants to use. Yeah, why would a dragon... Like, what does that have to do with dragons, man? Just make it Starburst, man. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know. If you have to remove Bolt of Fire... D5 Dragon Scales, yeah, that was cute. That's classic crawl stuff, I guess. Finding great items that you can't really make use of. Yeah, I like the fact that you gave Zatahu a Firestorm. I thought that was very cool. I'm okay with horribly powerful, horribly dangerous uniques existing in the mid to late game. I think that's the perfect place for them, where you can't handle them without using resources. Or having like the perfectly built character. Breaks up the game and makes it interesting without being unfair, you know? Also punishes you for running around with RF minus. Oh no, Zatahua just did 300 damage to me. I shouldn't have worn RF minus. I think I'm on the train. I think I'm on the shop train. Let me finish this floor. I think this might be the three shop vault. Dev IMB. That's true. We could use IMB to solve that problem. Although, okay, so never underestimate this. I think this is actually something Doesn't He taught me. Never underestimate the power of self-fireballing, particularly if you happen to have RF+++ like I do. I think I would be inclined to just fireball myself in that situation. As wacky as that may sound. My spell power would be better with that too, I assume. Or I think it just does more damage basically than IMB, Neo IMB. Statue form LRD. It's been a while since I've LRD'd myself. That's pretty wild. Our poise. We don't need our poise. We don't need any of this crap. File of Floods would be cool. I might buy that before we go into Elf. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and buy that now. And the Paralysis. It's worth it because just being able to turn off spells on something is nice. I don't think it's guaranteed, but... Hey, Gloves of Archery. That would have been nice earlier. Kind of useless now. Hello. This is the guy. 43%, it works out. I think it's about time I have to train some more evocations. I can't have myself at 43% chance to paralyze these guys, come on. Let's at least get to a respectable 10. Oh, right, I said I was going to buy shops. It didn't turn out to be the shop vault like I thought it would be. It would be nice if my battle sphere actually targeted the thing that I wanted it to, you know? Yeah. Hey, Tony, you noticed the annoyance happening there just as quickly as I did. Alrighty, shop time. We don't need a weapon. That was a deliberate change. Did Battlesphere really need a nerf? I guess it's a pretty strong spell, but it's more positional. It's more positional and tactical when something is random. I really despise the way that these people think. There's more RNG, therefore. Good point, boss dear. I take everything back. Alright, so anyway, we don't win a weapon. We want a magic scroll boutique, or we want a jewelry shop. I don't have any particularly amazing pieces of artifact jewelry except for my amulet. Well, it's not multiple schools anymore. Rogue Shenanigans. Charms doesn't exist. They probably felt like they had to nerf it because they made it one school. I'm good on... Well, I wish I could see. I don't think I could get out of this screen. I'm just going to pick Magic Scroll Boutique. I wanted to see how many blink I have. It's only 2, so I'm pretty happy that I did this. Looks like we have an enchant armor here. We got a telly, so this was worth it, I guess. Yeah, probably Rogue Shenanigans. I guess I could understand that. General store, jewelry shop. I'm going to actually take a jewelry shop. Maybe I can get a good ring. And oh my god. Aralek is now here, and we have Sinv on the same ring. Holy based. As much as I'd like to have that enhancer, I think we can live without it. I'm just going to drop it. Well, no, I'm going to wear it. Well, 6 int is probably better than an enhancer. Makes my stuff more reliable to cast. Okay, we have 7,000 gold still. I don't need more shops. I have that Arlex, so we're totally good to go, really. Well, what I want is... You know what? I want books. I want a bookshop. In my ideal world, I pick up a bookshop right now, and I get... something. Orb of Destruction, maybe? Ignition and Firestorm, sure. Alright, we'll do one more. Hey, that's a bookstore. Hey, cool, a manual of bows. Is it time? Lightning Bolt, nah. Book of Clouds, that would have been cool earlier. Creative Voyage. We have Malign Gateway. Too bad no T-Lokes, really. It's one of my favorite spells. Yeah. Book of Changes, I don't care. Transfig, Irradiate, maybe. Our T-Lokes, our Transmutes, I think, is -2. There's the Book of Fire. Yeah, Flamey Darkness would be... That's like a custom one, or a randomized one. Book of Fire is not randomized. Book of Fire is what we wanted, so that's great. Flamey Darkness. It's Flamey because it has Fireball and Contra Flame. It's Darkness because it's Vile Clutch and Agony. So I guess we have Vile Clutch available, which is cool. More importantly, right now we have Book of Fire. Probably should get Clutch so that they can't dodge my attacks, you know. Could have gotten Starburst and Irradiate in the same book, I know. I'm just probably not going to go for Irradiate due to the fact that my T-Lokes, or my Transmutes, is -2, and Irradiate is nerfed as hell now. And the other book was cheaper, and this gives Ignition and the other one didn't. That's a good question. No, not really. Irradiate is still very good. You're probably right. It's fine. We'll get all this stuff. It's not like I'm hurting for money right now. Wow, we can't cast Clutch. Oh yeah, we don't have either Necromancy or Earth. Right, there is no... Well, the thing is, we would have Irradiate on... We actually have Irradiate online already, now that I think about it, so I should learn it as a matter of It's a matter of course, I guess. We already learned Starburst. What I should be doing, what I haven't been doing and should have been doing, I should have learned some Necromancy, and I should have done the Animate Skeleton Inner Flame trick. It's probably a bit late for me to care about that. Now I want some Guardian Serpents. Well, let's get Transmutations to 5. And is that it? Is that all we're doing? Well, Starburst kind of sort of solves the being surrounded situation all by itself. Pretty much rogue shenanigans, although Starburst, well, let's do it real fast and I'll show you. Okay, so see how it works? Let's go out and open thing. So it doesn't exactly hit. Oh wait, no, it does. It hits every tile around me. Okay. I thought it would leave, I don't know why I thought it would leave the diagonals alone. Yeah, so yeah, Irradiate is just for reducing AC. Irradiate is a really bad use of spell levels. Well, I have a billion Scrolls of Amnesia, so if I mean, I'm not exactly running out of spell levels right now. Irradiate is for RF+. Irradiate is also to reduce AC. Technically, against something with a whole lot of AC, it's probably best if I Irradiate and then Starburst, even if it has no RF+. I'd like big damage. I'd like some big damage at range. That's what I would like. Vile Clutch would kind of sort of do that. No, that was not part of the cuckening. The biggest cuckening of it was that AC now applies to it. Airstrike online with almost no experience. If you want to rely on that to do a lot of damage at range, you have to train an awful lot of it to get the spell power up. Why am I trying to get Iron Shot? There's no Iron Shot. God, I kind of wish I had gone down the Lightning Bolt path, you guys. Like, this is a situation where I just wish I could do some damage right next to him. It's kind of a dumb thing to complain about, though. Are you immune to fire? Yeah, you are. Wow, that's a nice laggy spell. I'm excited to make this thing take 4 billion years to animate every time I cast it. Thanks, Ebering. Great design. Never go air in DCSS now that D-Missile is gone. Hard to disagree, sir. I agree that the removal of D-Missile is an outrage, but even so, Lightning Bolt double zaps are outrageous and will kill basically anything. Although I will admit that in the late game, you have always kind of needed to have. Did you know that there are many ways that you can help support this channel? Read about them on rosecrypto.com/support. At Rose Crypto, you can learn all about cool things like the Brave web browser, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.